Hey everyone, it's VRL. We all know Beagles, right? Those big old puppy dog eyes, floppy ears, and those little howls that melt your heart. But let's be real, there's more to these fluff balls than meets the eye. Owning a Beagle? It's a wild ride, you guys. So buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to dive into 11 things nobody tells you about owning a Beagle. Okay, first up, let's talk about clinginess. We all love a cuddly dog, right? But Beagles, they take it to a whole other level. Seriously, these guys invented cling wrap. Try going to the bathroom alone when you own a Beagle. And don't even think about leaving the house without them. The second you grab your keys, it's like their little Beagle world is ending. They just love you that much. They want to be around you 24/7, soaking up every bit of your attention. So yeah, if you're thinking about getting a Beagle, be prepared to kiss your personal space goodbye. All right, let's talk about exercise, people. It's something we all need. But today we're focusing on a special kind of athlete. Now, you might look at a Beagle and think, oh, they're probably a pretty chill dog. They seem so relaxed, right? And yes, sometimes they are, like when they're sleeping. They can look like the epitome of calm and tranquility. But don't let that fool you, because underneath that deceptively lazy exterior lies the heart of a marathon runner. These dogs are built for endurance. Seriously, these dogs have boundless energy. They can go on and on, almost like they have a hidden battery pack. You think taking them for a walk around the block is enough? Think again, my friend. A short walk won't cut it for these energetic furballs. They need to run, play, and sniff every single blade of grass in a 5-mile radius. Their noses are always on the hunt for new scents. Trust me, a bored beagle is a destructive beagle. If they don't get enough exercise, they'll find their own ways to entertain themselves, and you might not like it. So if you're thinking about getting a Beagle, make sure you've got the time and energy to keep up with their exercise needs. It's a commitment, but the joy and companionship they bring are totally worth it. Just be prepared for a lot of running and playing. Okay, let's talk about communication. You know how some people are like, oh, my dog is so smart, they understand everything I say. Yeah, well, Beagle owners were laughing because our dogs, they don't speak English or Spanish or French. No, Beagles, they speak their own language. A language made up of snorts, howls, and this weird little aru sound that I swear only they can make. You want your Beagle to sit? Good luck with that. But here's the thing. Once you learn to decipher the Beagle language, it's actually kind of amazing. Because once you can speak Beagle, you'll have a friend for life. Okay, let's be real. One of the main reasons people get Beagles is because they're freaking adorable cuddle monsters. And let me tell you, they do not disappoint. Seriously, these dogs were born to cuddle. They'll snuggle up on the couch with you, they'll curl up in your lap. They'll even try to squeeze into bed with you. Good luck getting any sleep, though. They're notorious bed hogs. But here's the thing about Beagle cuddles. They're not just about physical warmth. They're like little furry antidepressants. So if you're thinking about getting a Beagle, be prepared for a whole lot of cuddles, because Beagle cuddles are the best kind of cuddles. All right, let's talk about food. Specifically, let's talk about Beagles and their insatiable appetite, because Beagles, they love to eat, like a lot. If you think you love food, wait until you meet a Beagle. I'm pretty sure they have a bottomless pit for a stomach. No matter how much you feed them, they always seem ready for more. You could feed them all day long and they'd still be looking for more. It's like they have a radar for food. And it's not just about the quantity of food, it's about the variety. Beagles will eat anything. From kibble to gourmet treats, they aren't picky. I'm talking about dropped food, stolen food, food they find on the ground, food they find on the ground, and even food they find in the trash. Yes, you heard that right. Beagles are notorious for raiding trash cans. If there's food in there, they'll find it. And it's not just your trash. They might even venture into your neighbor's yard in search of a tasty morsel. You name it, they'll eat it. From leftovers to crumbs, nothing is safe. So, if you're thinking about getting a Beagle, be prepared to say goodbye to your leftovers. They have a knack for finding and devouring anything edible. Trust me, a Beagle will eat anything that isn't nailed down. Their love for food is unmatched, and they'll go to great lengths to satisfy their hunger. But despite their voracious appetite, Beagles are incredibly lovable and loyal companions. Just be sure to keep an eye on your snacks. All right, let's talk about stubbornness. Because if there's one thing Beagles are known for, it's their stubborn streak. Seriously, these dogs are like tiny furry mules. You want your beagle to sit? Good luck with that. You want your beagle to come when called? Huh! You want your beagle to stop barking at the mailman? You're hilarious. Beagles do what they want when they want. So if you're thinking about getting a beagle, be prepared to deal with a lot of stubbornness. Training a beagle mission impossible? Well, it might feel that way sometimes. Okay, let's talk about training. Training any dog can be a challenge, but beagles bring a unique set of hurdles to the table. Because if you thought dealing with a beagle's stubbornness was tough, just wait until you try to train one. Their independent nature can make them seem almost defiant. Seriously, training a beagle is like trying to herd cats. They have a mind of their own and often prefer to follow their nose rather than your commands. It's chaotic, it's frustrating, and it often feels like you're making absolutely no progress. Beagles, they're smart dogs. They know what you want them to do, but they might just choose not to do it. But they're also easily distracted. Their keen sense of smell and curiosity can lead them astray at the drop of a hat. And by easily distracted, I mean a butterfly flapping its wings 3 blocks over is enough to completely derail your training session. It's like their attention span is measured in nanoseconds. You're trying to teach your beagle to sit, and they're too busy sniffing every blade of grass in a 5-mile radius. It's like their nose is their true master. So if you're thinking about getting a beagle, be prepared to put in a lot of time and effort when it comes to training. Consistency is key, and you'll need to be more stubborn than your beagle. And don't get discouraged if it takes a while for them to get it. Progress might be slow, but every small victory is a step forward. Just remember, patience is a virtue. And treats. Lots and lots of treats. Positive reinforcement is your best friend when training a beagle. Reward them generously when they do something right. It might take time, but with persistence, patience, and a pocket full of treats, you'll get there. Training a beagle might feel like a mission impossible, but it's definitely a mission worth undertaking. Attention Hogs Anonymous. All right, let's talk about attention because beagles, they need a lot of it. Seriously, these dogs are like furry little attention vampires. They need to be walked, played with, cuddled, talked to, entertained. Basically, they need to be the center of your universe 24/7. So if you're thinking about getting a beagle, be prepared to give them all the attention they need. Because trust me, a bored beagle is a destructive beagle. Okay, let's talk about mischief. Because if there's one thing beagles are good at, it's getting into trouble. Seriously, these dogs are like little furry agents of chaos. They're always up to something, and it's usually something they shouldn't be doing. They'll eat your shoes, dig up your garden, steal food off the counter, bark at the neighbors, chew on your furniture. Basically, if it's naughty, a beagle will find a way to do it. And the worst part is, they're so darn cute about it. So if you're thinking about getting a beagle, be prepared for a lot of mischief. Okay, let's talk about separation anxiety. Because beagles, they don't like to be alone. Seriously, these dogs are like furry little shadows. They want to be with you every second of every day. And when you're not around, well, let's just say they don't handle it well. They'll bark, howl, chew, dig, have accidents. So, if you're thinking about getting a beagle, be prepared to deal with some separation anxiety. You're going to need to train them to be alone, slowly and patiently. Okay, last but not least, let's talk about escape. Because beagles, they're escape artists. Seriously, these dogs could escape from Alcatraz with their paws tied behind their backs. They'll dig under fences, jump over fences, squeeze through tiny holes in fences. Basically, if there's a way out, a beagle will find it. And it's not because they don't love you, it's because they're curious. So, if you're thinking about getting a beagle, be prepared to invest in a good fence. Because, trust me, a beagle on the loose is a recipe for disaster. So there you have it, 11 things nobody tells you about owning a beagle. They're clingy, energetic, stubborn, mischievous, attention hogs, escape artists, and obsessed with food. They're basically like toddlers, but with better noses and a lot more fur. But you know what? As crazy as they can be, I wouldn't trade my beagle for the world. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more beagle-related shenanigans. Later.